Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Kirsten and today we are doing the Booktube newbie tag. About a month late, but never mind. The idea behind this is just to help new people on Booktube and just kind of say a little bit about ourselves, why we want to do this and what we can bring to it. So let's start off with question number one. Why did I want to start this channel? And in all honesty, it's just so I can have a place to gush about books. I genuinely love reading and not a lot of the people that I know read as much as I do, and my partner, bless him, he really does try and keep up with me, and he's always asking me about how I'm finding my books and stuff, but he doesn't always get it. And it would just be really nice to have a place where I can actually just chat to people about books, and I've really enjoyed the Bookstagram community, and I just thought, you know what, I enjoy doing YouTube videos normally, so this just seemed like a great way to combine two things that I love. Okay, so the next question is, what unique things can I bring to Booktube? In all honesty, I don't know if they'll be that unique. All I can say is that it'll be my passion, what I love, hopefully some different authors that maybe people haven't heard about as much or haven't seen as much love on Booktube, just because there is a few authors that I do genuinely love that I would like to share that I feel do need a little bit more help than what it's been getting on the Booktube community, and you know, just try and give a fresh perspective to things. But I don't know. Question number three, what am I most excited about? Honestly, the whole community, just being able to connect to people and chat to people that enjoy books as much as I do and have people to actually talk with about it. So far, Bookstagram's been amazing and it feels like a really nice community there. We chat all the time, we're always asking each other questions, seeing how we're doing, what authors we're enjoying at the time, and I would love to be able to bring that to Booktube in what feels a bit more of almost a friendlier way, because I'm actually being able to, like, you can see my face, you can see me, and then obviously if you've got your own booktube or things like that, it would be nice to then watch your videos and see what your thoughts are. So honestly, it's the community. I'm really excited to be a part of it. So question four, what do I love most about reading? And for me, honestly, I love the fact that when I read a book, I don't see the words on a page. It's like a whole movie comes to life inside my mind, especially if it's a good book, because I can just see everything that's happening. I can see the characters, I see the world, I see the interactions, and it just sucks me in and I'm so engrossed, and then I just feel the sorrows, the joys, everything that the character's going through. I feel that, and I just feel like it's such an immersive experience, and it's 10 times better than anything you're going to find on TV. And in all honesty, apart from watching YouTube, I actually don't spend a lot of time watching TV or movies, just because I find reading such a better experience for me personally. Number five, when did I start reading? Honestly, I've always read. Even when I was little, my mum would read to me, and my dad is a big reader as well, so reading has always been a part of who I am. I remember when I was younger, me and my two sisters, we would have this treasure box of the Little Mermaid tales, and before bed we would choose a book, and each one of my sisters would be a character, and we would have to say out those characters' lines when they happened, and we would really act it out and be all exaggerated and stuff. And that is pretty much how my childhood was. We would always read before bed, and that's probably one of the earliest memories I have, is just doing that because it was so much fun. It's something that I will always treasure. Next question, what books started me reading? Honestly, as I said, I've been reading from such a young age, I can't equate it to one particular book. As I said, we did the acting out of the Little Mermaid, different story tales. I remember reading the usual Harry Potter, Lemony Snicket, all of those. I would have to say one that really got me into reading more, and the biggest book haul I remember as a child, is a series of books called Warrior Cats. I loved it. I remember I was with my granddad and I saw this book, and it was 99p and I had £1, so I went and spent it, and this book I read so many times that the cover's fallen off. I actually do want to re-get that book because I enjoyed it so much, and I just destroyed it, and I can honestly tell you exactly what happens in that book. I don't even need to read it. That's how many times I read this book. And for, I think it was my 12th birthday, my mum bought me the whole series, like from the, because there's loads and loads of books in each series, and I had the first 3 completed series, and that was the biggest book haul I remember, and I just sat down and read all of them. I loved them. They were so good. So I would have to say Warrior Cats, just for that sheer enjoyment. Moving on, what question would I ask my favourite booktuber? Honestly, I'll probably just ask what their favourite moment of booktube has been and why they wanted to start it, just to see what their motivation was. I would say what's their favourite book, but that is what we talk about all the time. We talk about books. But I'd probably want to know what book wanted them to start making their own channel, if it was a particular book or if it was something else. I think that would be quite interesting to know. What challenges will be hardest to overcome as a new booktuber? So I've seen a few people do this, and I know that a lot of them answer how they don't want to be comparing themselves to bigger booktube channels and then comparing numbers and things like that. But for me personally, I'm not doing this for the follows, I'm not doing it for the views, I'm not doing it for the likes, I'm not interested in that. Like, don't get me wrong, it will be lovely and it will be great to have a community, but it's not what I'm focused on. Like, that's not the purpose of this. For me, it's an enjoyment and it's just sharing something I enjoy, and if somebody else likes it, then that's amazing, that's a bonus. So I don't really know, because I'm just enjoying everything. So I don't think there would be a challenge in this. Yeah, honestly, I don't really think so, because I'm not going into it with the thought of doing this for the likes or the follows. I'm doing this because I enjoy it and not trying to get anything out from it other than enjoyment. So no, I don't really think there would be a challenge in that sense. Down to the last two. Where do I mainly read? That'd be my bed. I always read on my bed. My room is nice and quiet, it's the way I prefer it. I'm not very good at reading if there's other noise going on, and I live with my mum still, so there's a lot of noise downstairs, so I tend to stay in my room, keeping it nice and quiet, which is, you know, what I like with a nice cup of tea. And what books do I like? Honestly, anything fantasy. I genuinely love fantasy books. I think they're brilliant, whether that's young adult fantasy or adult fantasy, it doesn't bother me. I enjoy both. I am trying to branch out a little bit more and read a bit more contemporary, because that's honestly something I haven't read a lot of, but my first love is always fantasy. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed this little kind of introductory into the things that I like and what I'm trying to do with this channel. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, comment below if you've done one of these. I'd be really interested to check them out. Otherwise, all my social media links are below, to my Twitter, Instagram and Goodreads, and I'll catch you in the next one.